We need to stop playing with religion. And we had, before my mother she stopped talking after a certain point and she couldn't speak, but we had some very serious conversations in the hospital room. And we were talking about, we living in a time of separation. Either people want what's right or you want what's wrong. Either you want what's truth or you want what's falsehood. If you want what's from God, or you're going to be a slave of Satan for the rest of your life. And, the question is, where do we find people who truly reflect Jesus Christ in their daily life? When you wake up in the morning, you're talking on the telephone, you're with your friends. What are you talking about? Your conversation. When you at the bowling alley, when you at choir practice, when you at the restaurant. I mean, are you still representing the Christ, or is this just for a Sunday show that we do? But my mother loved Jesus Christ, and I was matching up the words Janie and Jesus. They the same letter. I mean, no coincidence. But she did not worship in an immature way, because growing up, and I hate to say this, Miss Rayford. Miss Rayford used to all sit together sometimes, and people get all emotional and get worked up, and we praise and rock, do all this and stuff. But that's good. But what is the true praise? How do you really praise God? And that's by treating the people like God would treat them. That's real worship to me. See, and me and my mother, we not into all that. We're not into a whole bunch of show stuff. My mother was not a showy person, very conservative woman, but you knew love was coming out of her because the way she treated people. That's why you love her. So she followed in her actions, and she wasn't just a follower of Jesus. She tried to be him by the way she treated the people. So, my mother was such a beautiful servant to those in need. And she sang in the choir, which she loved. And she used to take my son, Yassine, to choir practice. He loved coming to church. We grew up in the church. And, she's one of those people you describe as like the Good Samaritan. She saw her brothers and sisters wounded in the road, and she was the one that got off the beast and put oil in the head, put oil in the womb, and oil represents the wisdom and the love and the nurturing of a servant. And so she wrapped the head up, and then, she's one of those people that'll tell an innkeeper, if, I owe anything else, on my return, I'll make sure that I write you a check and pay you. Because she was not a slouchy, I'm sorry. She took care of business. Jesus said, if any man will be my disciple, he or she must deny yourself, pick up your cross, and come follow me. And see, the reason why we love Jesus so much is because he was perfect in obedience to the God. And that's why you love Janie, because she was obedient. And, she was trying to perfect her religion. And that's why the Christ said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. So many times I hear people say, oh, you make mistakes. Yeah, we make mistakes, but he gave a commandment. He said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. So, I'm just asking all my family and everybody that is our family, because this is family we're talking to. We're asking everybody to choose life. Choose life. To the young people in our family. All the young people over here, raise your hand in the family. All the beautiful young people. Oh, everybody should raise their hand. But choose life, that you and your seed may live. What is life? Life is obedience to God. What is death? Rebellion to God. But, family, I have to tell you, on behalf of Janie Mae, if a lot of us in this audience, if we don't straighten up, the chastisement of God is something to be feared. And it is on the way. It is in the house. And it will take the hard-hearted, stiff-necked, rebellious people and throw them in a pit of fire. So you're not going to keep playing with Christ. But listen, all of us, everybody, if from up here to down there, don't make no difference. You're not going to keep playing with Christ. You're not going to use his holy and righteous name to carry on your filth in his name. So, you know, everybody, after this is all over, and you go to the cemetery, go on home, and make up your mind what you're going to do. Because I'm speaking on behalf of Janie Mae, and she is now clear of you. And I am too. Because I'll never get a chance to talk to you this way ever again. This is it right here. I may be the last one at Hamilton Drive, but I may not get a chance to say it because I'll be dead. And so I'm saying it now so you can hear that the life of a dignified Christian, she didn't make mockery of Christianity. There she is right there. God hates ingratitude. And I'm telling all my family that this woman that was among us was a very, very special, humble person. It's very difficult to deal with humbleness. You make a lot of mistakes dealing with humble people. She was a righteous woman in our midst. And I'm going to close right now. I apologize, Pastor. I apologize. It's Well, this is my mama. She wanted me to deliver this message. If you look at John 15, Jesus talking to his disciples, he said, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." That's Janie Mae. Love each other in the family like she loved us. Greater love have no man that a man lay down his life for his friend. And you know she was our friend. And so she said there should be unconditional love between us. So everybody has a mint right now. I'm closing. And I want you to put this mint in your mouth. Just take it and just put it in your mouth. I know this is a little strange, but I want to do this as a symbolism. This is symbolic. And the mint, it represents the sweetness of her smile and the kindness of her love and her wisdom, her compassion. And her affection of a life well lived for the glory of God. She is well pleased with her Lord, and her Lord is well pleased with her. Thank you. Peace.